author of Accessory to War, the Unspoken Alliance Between Astrophysics and the Military. Neil, thanks so much for being here. So U.S. officials say that they're very worried about this Russian space weapon and how it could pose a significant threat to the United States and its allies by taking out satellite capability. What do you think?
Well, it's a reminder of why we have a Space Force. The Space Force was conceived, with other tasks in mind, to protect our space-borne assets. And those assets are, of course, not only the value of the satellites themselves, is the value of the information they gather from the spy satellites, but also the commerce that is generated, especially via the GPS satellites. So when you think of a military force protecting the homeland includes our space assets. The difference now, of course, is space is not bordered the way Earth's surface is. So satellites are continually have intersecting orbits of different nations with different roles and different purposes. So the idea that someone is going to, Putin, might put something into orbit that will explode, send out an electromagnetic pulse that fries the circuits of an entire swath of orbiting satellites makes no tactical sense if everybody's got satellites moving through that area. It's not a very targeted weapon. Meanwhile, we already know how to take we already know how to take a satellite out of orbit with a kinetic kill. India has done it, China's done it, Russia's done it, we've done it. We can target any satellite we want. It's been done. And the idea that you put a weapon there and somehow drop it on the Earth, that's like the least strategic thing you could possibly do when you already have intercontinental ballistic missiles that can deliver a warhead anywhere between 2 points on Earth within 45 minutes.
Okay, I hear what you're saying, and that makes sense to me, but why do you think then Putin is going through with this weapon, which you argue would hit him as much as it would hit us?
Yeah, I remain puzzled by the idea that here's this thing that could explode. By the way, an actual bomb in space carries no shockwave because there's no air to move that energy. It would have to be a radiative pulse to do the damage. And I cannot see the strategic value of that. Yes, everyone is in a tizzy because the word nukes are being used, but the weapon itself, maybe it's powered by a nuke, but the nuke itself is not what's getting dropped on cities, just the way the president announced it in his comments. So no, I don't have an easy answer for what this is or how he intends to use it, given that there's already the capability to deliver nuclear weapons surface to surface and the capability to target satellites with a kinetic kill from the Earth. From Earth's surface, you can send up a targeted, just a kinetic energy impactor that can completely destroy a satellite within 8 minutes. Meanwhile, if you're in orbit, you got to wait until your orbit is in the right place, so it's near whatever other satellite you might want to destroy. So it's a big mystery, and I have no idea beyond the physics of what's going on how this could possibly be useful.
More
to
broadly,
Russia.
when it comes to space warfare, who do you think has the technological edge?
Well, it's what you mean by space warfare. Space has always been a place not where you drop bombs from, but where you surveil. And it's been that way since the early 1960s. So the United States takes this very seriously. And who am I going to bet on? I'm betting on America, the United States, of course. But I don't know where he's going with this. And wherever he might go, it seems like an unnecessary path, given other paths that already exist that people might want to invoke to do damage.
All right, Neil deGrasse Tyson, great having you on the show. Thank you so much for your insights.